has 30 seconds.
Oh, hell yeah. Pump.
Without it. I don't know if the audio is actually, I think. Well. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining. We have a very special episode, very impromptu, spontaneous live today. We have Anthony here, and we have Liam from the Hustle Brothers joining us. Thank you both for joining. Late night on a Thursday, especially for Liam. Yeah, so the market's been crashing. A lot's been going on. This is just going to be a little chill chat. And yeah, what's up, boys? Thanks for joining. How's it going, Liam? It's 3 a.m. where you're at.
Yeah, 3 a.m. Do you know what? Big respect. You know, I like just jumping on, having a chat with some fellow investors. Do you know what? It's a bit of excitement. But yeah, market's been, what are we going to say, spiraling. I was actually commending you guys in the whole Horizon aircraft community. It seems like you guys are holding the price and the market cap right up there. Yes, we can say they're down 5.56% today. If you compare that across the whole, I'll say eVTOL sector, Joby was down 8.86 today again. Archer was down 6.62. And I think this is the beauty of, maybe because Horizon doesn't have them big institutional backers, the fact that you have such a strong hive mind together, you're able to maintain that sort of market cap. So how are you feeling in such a, I don't know, volatile time across the whole macro industry?
I think, Anthony, you should speak for it, because for me, Hover is a smaller percentage of my portfolio, and I'm down a lot. So it's been a pretty painful month, to say the least.
Yeah. Understood. I said this earlier today, and I'll say it now. If everything was green today and the NASDAQ was up 2 points and everything, I think Hover would be doing exactly what it's doing right now anyway. Because if you look at it, it's starting to consolidate sidewise, meeting up to that trend line. You know, so like I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow or the next day, but with everything that happened today and recently, it's just completing that, because it went 120, then it went to like 170, and then it bounced up to 250. Now it's curling back over, back to 170. So that hover chart likes to do those geometric patterns, which kind of goes in line with what Liam was saying, because when people are all watching the same things and wondering the same things and have a similar intention and a similar value of what something is, it'll, complete these programs.
Yeah, you're looking at a nice level of resistance around 160 to 155. I do genuinely think Hover actually is going to come out of this okay. I put it up recently that I don't think you should look at your portfolio in general for the next 2 weeks. Even if we get a so-called green day tomorrow, I genuinely don't think we should worry too much about, I don't know, spotting our mistakes, as we shall say. And mistakes probably the worst way to put it, because we're getting a lot of people at the moment getting very worried, thinking they've made a mistake, they've bought in way too high. And look, it's the name of the game. That's what investing's all about. You haven't lost any money until you've sold. And with a story like Horizon Aircraft, like, there is so much run room to go there. I don't actually think it matters too much if you're holding it long term. Whether you buy it at $2.50, whether you buy it at $3, whether you buy it at $1.50. This has so much run room that it's absolutely insane. And if you genuinely, I said it about Archer earlier, I'm saying it about Horizon as well. If you genuinely believe that Horizon aircraft is going to $100, or some people have said it's going to $1,000. But I'm going to say $100. What is it? You could buy 2 shares for the price of a coffee. Yeah. So each coffee is costing you $50. Every time you buy a cup of coffee and drink it, just think you're throwing away financial freedom. You're throwing away 2 shares of Horizon Aircraft. So that's my opinion on Horizon. But I know this whole stream is not going to be about Horizon. We're going to talk about the whole stock market. We're going to talk about the macro. We're going to have a bit of a laugh, chilled out. I think Nicole's joining us. I think that'll be exciting. But no, I just want to credit you two guys with what you do. I think your whole channel, your journey is amazing. I'm one of your biggest fans. I try and hop on and check you guys out anytime I can. I know you guys do stream sometimes a lot later than me. Do you know, Anthony, I said that to Matan. I'm going to start blaming you. You need to move across to the East Coast. But yeah. Any thoughts around everything that's happening?
Yeah, speaking of that, they're asking what time what time is it for you, Liam?
It is 3:15 at night, my guys. You can't say I don't love this space. Yeah, 3:15. But you know what? When you get an opportunity to talk to some great people, you have to take with both hands. So yeah, no, 3:15, but we'll power through it.
Thanks. Yeah, very fun to go live, and the time zone makes it difficult for sure. But you know, we're making it work, and yeah, we'll definitely continue doing more of these as we have been. So let's talk about how things have been. Damn, honestly, I think
I feel
the best advice you said was, you know, just hold and don't even look at your portfolio in the market the next 2 weeks. It will recover. I believe it. If you have extra funds, might even be a good time to buy the dip. Joby looks really nice and sweet. This is honestly quite ridiculous how much it's gone down. Archer is at least, oh, actually, no, none of them are close to their EMAs. But Hover, like you have mentioned, unlike the rest, is actually like literally right at their EMAs. It's kind of just like Anthony's been saying, as if the market didn't crash. You know, it's just kind of working its way. Like this is just technical analysis playing out. So I really like that as well for that company. And SCWO has been having quite a beat down in the year. So they actually literally had nothing going on during the crash. Like, in fact, it even went, I mean, just sideways. And we're right at the bottom of the EMAs. It's actually looking really clean for a uptrend, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Are you guys playing any stocks? I'm kind of holding. I didn't buy anything actually in this dip. I'm just, I don't know, seeing how much this is going to keep going, or hopefully we have a recovery finally. But I'm holding. The only thing I will play is Salesforce tomorrow. To anyone who knows, I mentioned. Maybe I should pull up the Salesforce chart. Why Salesforce and why tomorrow? Because on Sunday they will have a Super Bowl ad, and that Super Bowl ad will be created by Mr. Beast. And well, not only they've been beat down a lot, so already kind of an opportunity. I mean, but that's like any stock. But I'm going to buy options on them, hoping they're going to have a big spike up, because no one really knows Salesforce like general America. And when they make an ad for the Super Bowl, people will finally know what they are. And Mr. Beast is going to make an ad for them. So it's got to be the greatest ad. He's going to give away money. It's going to be interactive. People are going to talk about Salesforce, you know, and maybe even like who knows what. But there will be some sort of effect to this company, I believe, actually. Yeah, go ahead, Anthony. You were trying to say something.
Oh, yeah. So I'm doing a similar thing. I got into 1-800-Flowers. You know,
That makes me laugh every time you say it. I never heard
it's
the
old
company
school.
until you said it to me.
Yeah. No, 1-800-Flowers is interesting. There's some good deep dives on it in on Reddit. and apparently a lot of the guys that were in like a lot of the hedge fund guys and like small like what institutions or whatever. Apparently, some of them are in 1-800-Flowers also, and the share count doesn't exactly match up. Like they're doing like some funny business with that, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, all the conspiracy theories aside, they had a good earnings, and they're already like their fair value would be $4.55, and it's currently at like $4. So there's already some upside with the fair value, but like. I got in similar to what Matan was talking about because I know Valentine's Day and Mother's Day is coming up, so I figured it was kind of a, and they had their earnings and it went from like $2 to 5, and then it came back down to like 3 something and was kind of like started going back up. So I got in on that just to, you know, roll my dice at a, because I'm usually liking these speculative companies. This one's been around since like 1990s, and apparently they own 10 companies. They got acres of land for growing their flowers and all that stuff, and
What's the ticker? I couldn't find it.
FW, sorry, FLWS.
Oh.
I suppose Valentine's Day will be a big one for that, would that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, the best part, it's like 97% short interest. It's crazy. 97% short interest.
It's not even $1 billion company, only 258 million.
Yeah. And they partnered with DoorDash and Uber Eats. They partnered with DoorDash December 2025. And yeah. The guy that owns the company, is like 70 years old, and his kids, they don't seem like they want it, and
Maybe you
he's
can take it over.
yeah, exactly.
This is such a random one. We're talking about flowers here. What is it? You're saying it was 1990. It boomed. It looks like in that whole COVID rush.
Yeah, it was because
beat on
dead
Ireland.
people. It was like meme stocking because people thought there were so many deaths from COVID. People were buying more flowers for the funerals, so it started running during COVID.
And
Take
what was
that,
that?
Zoom.
What's their outlook looking like? You said they beat on earnings.
Yeah,
Is your outlook
yeah.
looking good?
Yeah, no, I think they're earning. I think they're like their income was like $1 billion or something crazy. Like it's crazy. Like the revenue was like $1 billion or something, and they own 10 companies.
Yeah. Look, I'm looking. AMD sold off massively. Some of the guys notified me about that, and I'm actually quite bullish on AMD. I think everyone's firing down that whole Nvidia route. They beat on earnings, and I think they're projecting a softer Q1. Now, look, if we look past that short-term noise, I genuinely think that would be a solid bet. Dylan's quite mad on Google. I think Google is a solid shout. Google sold off today as well, but it was also with the CapEx. Look, they're all going heavy on AI. Same with Amazon. Amazon's going heavy on AI. So I think any of them are looking quite tasty for me right now. But look, I know you guys do like some of the penny stocks. There's no penny stock I'm looking at. I said before, the risky thing I'd go into now is Horizon Aircraft. I don't think I'd touch anything micro market cap. But look, I'm on a micro market cap investors channel. So Matan, is there anything that's proper looking tasty for you right now, even prior to the pullback?
Hims. I've been buying a little bit of Hims. I actually really like this company. I think their products and their UI and their what their future also looks like, and their CEO, everything, all green flags to me. And they've been beat down so much. They've been at much higher levels, around $70. Actually, it's been extremely volatile, up and down, up and down. And now it's at a really crazy point, like it's been pretty much 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. I mean, many stocks really are, but I think they are they have a lot of potential, kind of like the next Palantir. It's only a $5 billion company, large, but could be $100 billion plus company in the future, I believe. What's up, Z Stacker? Are y'all converting Liam to Hover? You know what? Didn't you buy some Hover, Liam?
No, I didn't. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I was going in that Monday morning. I was going in buying Horizon Aircraft, and I had this whole palaver on Monday. I had a blowout on my car. I didn't look at the market. Market completely tanked. Then I was like, do you know what? The next day I was going buying in. I done a stream for my grandfather's house, and I was like, yes, I'm going in. And then I just started seeing the whole market tanking, and I was like, I was expecting Horizon to tank with the market, and I thought, beautiful, beautiful opportunity. But at the moment, Horizon doesn't look like a beautiful opportunity compared to what I'm seeing across the market. I think Horizon's holding nicely, which is great for any long-term Horizon investors. But when it comes to like deals of opportunities right now, I see a lot across the market.
That's a good
You
point.
did say, have I bought anything recently? I bought 50 shares of Archer Aviation. I didn't buy anything heavy because I was like, you know what? I can't see a reversal happening within the next day or two. As I said, the next 2 weeks or so, I ain't looking at my portfolio. I got yesterday on the live stream, the guys convinced me to bring up my trading account. So I think that was the first time I showed one of my accounts on the screen. And I was saying, like, it was 3 weeks ago. I finally broke 200k with the second account. I think it was at 204. Yesterday looked at 151. If any of the guys here, Zed Stacker, you might have been there. So like straight away that was a 25% wipe. And then look, like it's just got worse today. So at the moment I'm feeling a bit glum. I'm feeling a bit, I said it's never good to emotionally invest. And I think if I went in now, I would definitely emotionally invest. If I went in now, I'd be buying things without thinking about it. And we just need to assess where it's going. Look, if the whole market turned around spontaneously tomorrow and Archer Aviation was back over $7 or so, yes, I may have missed a massive opportunity, but I'm willing to take the opportunity cost at this stage because I'm happy with the size of my positions. I'm just looking for a steal now at this stage.
Fair enough. I'm not buying anything new. I'm actually just, if I am buying anything, it's really loading up on things I'm already down on that I just have conviction on already, But you're right, actually. Hover did not crash a lot like the other ones. There's a lot of other interesting opportunities. Z Stacker actually says that he bought 666 shares of Hover. Andrew is excited that we have another eVTOL chat and excited to see Liam here. What do you guys think of the Ramp PF partnership with Hover? It looks like Ramp PF has production facilities in 6 different countries: Germany, the United States, Canada, China, Japan, and South Korea. It could help Hover's global footprint. I actually didn't know about that. You knew about that, Anthony? That's interesting.
I did not know that they were in those specific places, but I did know they had a global footprint, and I was happy to know that. Thanks for checking into that, Andrew.
What's it for? Composite Solutions, it's saying. I didn't know that. Premium composite materials for the Cavra X7.
I texted you today, Liam. Didn't I text you? Hovers at $1.60. Hovers at $1.60.
You
Liam.
genuinely did. I seen that, and you know what? I actually thought it was starting to look a bit tasty, and then
Should have took a bite. Liam.
Before I get my coffee, my guy. I might think about it, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, do you know what? For you guys, I promise you, I will buy some Hover tomorrow. I won't be putting in my lottery ticket. I said my lottery ticket is going to be 10k. I'm going to put 10k in there and probably forget about it for the next 10 years. But tomorrow, for you guys, I will buy Horizon and I'll put it on my X, the screenshot of me buying Horizon. And I promise you, if I go to sell, I'll warn you guys I'm going to sell it.
Oh, good.
That deal?
Good. You'll be very
do
happy.
it.
Don't worry. Middle of
Yeah.
the year, you'll be very happy. End of the year, very happy. Don't worry. You
Yeah,
know
you will
this
be.
already. You know, you're just not a degenerate. See, you're not a bottom feeder with us. You see, you already got money. You know what I mean? See, you ain't got to do. See, you're over here looking at like big dog stocks. You know what I mean? We're over here talking about flipping 1-800 flowers for Valentine's Day.
Just
Ah.
please promise me you will not lose money with 1-800 flowers.
No, we're good. It's going sideways. We're good. You
You
know
know
what I'm
what?
saying?
It's a simple analysis, but I like it. It makes a lot more sense than people telling me about XRP going to $100.
Do you know what? Yeah,
All
Matan,
these
you've actually
silly
hit on a
coins.
massive
Yeah.
fact there, yeah? Because I think too many people are invested in crypto and don't understand crypto. I will openly say I do not understand crypto, yeah? And if I had to go on any, it would be Bitcoin and Ethereum, yeah? Apart from that, I don't know. I think people are just throwing money at certain things and hoping for the best. And if I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of it, you're just throwing money down the drain. And the easiest thing to do in stock market is make money. Genuinely, the hardest part is keeping that money that you've made and turning it into more money.
Mhm.
And we've said this many times on our streams now. So many people expect to be able to put in, I don't know, 10k into the market and then never have to put in money again because they're just going to trim off the top and then put it into this one. And I've said it over the last few days. It's like if we had a fire here, yeah? Peter Lynch has said that. Now you don't, this can be a funny one, trim the flowers to water the weeds, yeah? So if I had a big fire here, my stock's doing well. I start trimming off top, so I'm pulling off bits of the fire and I'm starting to light new fires, hoping that they will take, yeah? Eventually what's going to happen, unless this becomes as big as the fire I'm taking from, this one's going to burn dry eventually because I'm not filling it with more fuel. I don't care if your fuel is 20k or your fuel is $20. If you want to succeed in this whole investment journey, you need to be constantly adding fuel. And it really doesn't matter how much fuel, but for the goals you want, the more fuel you add, the more likely you are to get there. Now, I'm not saying go into 1-800 flowers and dump everything you can into it and then keep working every day of your life and dump it in. But if Anthony does a solid analysis of that and 1-800 flowers keeps to the thesis that Anthony has and the stock starts growing, well, fair play. It's when the company starts doing something that you haven't projected, then you have to act. The hardest thing in the stock market, and probably the most beneficial thing you can do, sometimes the best action is no action. Don't go selling and buying and messing around and chopping and changing, and away we go. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. You reminded me of something too. That saying that people have: let your winners run," right? Because people sell out early. You want to let your winners run, but even that has dimensions to it because it's like some things are just like flukes or one hit wonders. Like if you're like it's got you know what I mean. There's some stocks that are going to run for 6 months. There's some stocks that are going to run for years. You know what I mean. But then there's other
Yeah.
ones that to let your winners run, like you're lucky it went up in the 48 hours that you had it, you better be selling right now. So it's kind of like you have to differentiate what's a let your winners run and what's I'm really happy I got something, I'm out.
And I think that's the difference between, you really need to know, are you a trader, are you an investor? And I think that's where you need to analyze. That's where the analysis changes. So some people that are invested in, look, I'm not saying you guys are traders. You're obviously not, because you're in Horizon Aircraft and you're going for the long term in this penny stock. But some people go after penny stocks and look, they're looking for that 48-hour run, but they go in with the wrong mindset. They go in telling themselves that they're a long-term investor, but in their mind, they're a short-term trader. And it's that emotional thrill seeking, dopamine chasing that'll always get you caught out.
A few thoughts to that though. The traders who lose money there, sometimes they become long-term investors because they don't want to cut those losses.
Yeah.
Change their mindset on the company. They start researching the company. I think that's what happened with a lot of SCWO folks. I think also it really just comes down to like people think they have some sort of edge or advantage, you know? Like we're in certain companies because we like their products and believe in the mission and the industry and yada yada. So, you know, we believe, you know, in the certain advantage that we believe in. And then traders believe in what they believe in, whether it's technical analysis or, you know, even us right now, like, you know, we're not really traders, but he's trading 1-800-Flowers based on Valentine's Day, and I am trading Salesforce based on a Mr. Beast commercial in the Super Bowl. So, you know, that's the edge that we think. I hope I'm right. Good luck to you, Anthony. Hope you're right too. I will not be buying flowers though. The chart looks, and I don't know too much about the company. I need to look a little more into it, but yeah, I don't know. The only thing I don't see with that is you don't see direct report of like how much money they made, right? With the Salesforce thing, it's just like people are going to see the ad. I don't know. I think it'll be more of a direct impact. That's my bet. So it's a really short-term trade. I don't know. Maybe yours is a bit more midterm, I guess, but
Mother's Day. Go until Mother's Day.
true.
Go to the earnings after Mother's Day.
Good call. Yeah.
Yeah. Go to the earnings after Mother's Day when they've made the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Good luck with that one. I will be rooting for you. And I've got, do you know what? I'm gonna put that. What's the ticker again? I'm gonna put that on my watch list just so I can see it.
FLWS.
I can't believe
FLWS. And they're not going to go bankrupt because they have a lot of money. Like their chance of
They have
going
a lot of
bankrupt
flow.
is impossible. I'm telling you, this is a safe play. I'm telling you. Look, okay. Did you see how the market was recently? Look at that thing. It's just been going sideways and up.
No, I actually commended you on that. Like over the month, it's 2% up, but over the 6 months, it's 31% down. And then
that's
over the year,
okay.
it's 39% down.
That's okay. 1-800-Flowers. I'm telling you. Get anybody watching, check out the Reddit. There's really good deep dives on the Reddit. I'm telling you. Look at that beautiful cup and handle. Beautiful. That's like a flower pot. You can just put some flowers in that bad boy right there.
Sad
Yeah,
thing is, imagine that runs, bro.
97% short interest. The float's only like, I forget the number, but it's crazy small. The float's like 17,000 shares or something. It's crazy.
Say that again. 99,000 short interest.
But pull it up on Fintel. Put in FLWS short interest. It'll pop up on Fintel. It's either 97% or 106%. I don't even know how you can short something 106%. It blows my mind. I guess they add shares or something. I don't know.
This
like
is screaming alarm bells at me.
Wait, so you're saying there's going to be a short squeeze?
Oh, without a doubt. You can say that's guaranteed.
Guys, Anthony is the next roaring kitty. Oh my goodness.
I can't take credit. I can't take credit.
Anthony, if you really are confident, we have to do a little more digging and research. Where's the Reddit you're talking about? We need to look into this. We need to go live every day and report about this, just like Roaring Kitty, until the GameStop thing happens, bro.
Dude,
You'll
the
retire,
guy,
bro.
Yeah, the guy that did the Reddit, I was talking to him. He's real cool. He's from New York. He'll hop on if you want to do a 1-800-Flowers. He'll tell everybody what's going on. This guy's I talked to this guy on the phone the other day.
Let's do
this guy's
it.
Smart as shit. Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm down to hear, and maybe I'll buy some flowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. What's going on with silver? I don't know too much. I know gold and silver has been pretty going up a lot and then had a crazy down day, a crazy up day. I'm not really into raw metals. I like companies. Just like I'm not really into crypto, but I know raw materials and stuff do have a value. So unlike crypto, but yeah. Any thoughts on that? You guys want to discuss anything about silver
I
or
sent
gold?
I sent Liam a video earlier. It was Epstein Files discloses who
Yeah.
created Bitcoin.
Oh, I
I
didn't
don't think
watch
that's true,
that.
though.
There's no way.
No, I don't think it's
Dude,
true.
I was
Like,
listening to this Epstein interview. He was talking about the CEO of Palantir. It was like back when Palantir was like real cheap. He was talking to one of his buddies. He's like, "Yeah, the CEO of Palantir. He's a real smart guy. Yeah, we need to be working with this guy." Yeah, I'm telling you, Epstein. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh, I think I saw some. But oh yeah, with Peter Thiel or something.
Yeah,
But what does that have to
yeah.
do with creating Bitcoin? That doesn't mean
Oh
they
no,
made
I,
Bitcoin.
I didn't even watch the video. I said I sent it to Liam. I was
yeah,
hoping he
he just
watched
sent it
it.
to me, and then I said, "Where did you find that?" And he goes, "I haven't watched it yet."
But that,
All right,
but the
fake news.
titles, the title said Epstein Files disclose who really made Bitcoin. That guy, he's
We could
credible.
change the title of this video to anything. And you know what would probably cut some people out? Next
Yeah.
thing, I'll be getting messages from everyone saying that it was disclosed, my guy.
Anybody watching this, waiting for a treat. When I get home, I'm gonna watch that Epstein Files Bitcoin Genesis video, and if I find the answer, I'm gonna put it in the comments below.
What's the comment saying?
Is Joby a bargain? I think so.
I think
Yeah.
Joby is very, very attractive right now. It's looking
Like
very
$9 and some change. That's crazy.
Rocket
after
Lab,
the 1.3 billion
Palantir,
price, it's looking
Joby,
beautiful.
MSFT, is that Microsoft or Microsoft?
Yeah.
Microsoft's looking
Microsoft, yeah.
beautiful right now.
Are all gifts at these levels. Yes, I agree actually. I have not, but I actually bought a little bit of Palantir.
Did
Even
you?
though I have some just in my Roth, yeah. Planning to sell it when it goes up though. It just
I'm
seems
liking
like
the look of
it's gotta
Rocket
go
Lab
up
right
back.
now. Look, what are we? We're probably about 40% from the all-time high. See, there's a lot of fear at the moment with the Rocket Lab just because of that tank test, the rupture of the tank. Look, I think we were looking at the carbon composites and how long it takes them to create a new tank, and it was something like 24 hours. So I genuinely don't think it's going to put that much time back on the Neutron launch. This earnings call is going to be great. I think we're going to hear an awful lot. I'm expecting some nice contracts. No, I'm
So
bullish. I'm bullish.
Palantir just had their earnings like a day or two ago, and it was super great. And every time they had their earnings recently, it was their great earnings, and the stock went up on earnings. This is the only time it did not go up. It kind of, just because the whole market crashed, so kind of went down, if anything, even. And
Palantir could be due enough a run
it's a
when the
gr-
market recovers.
It's a fake out. Fake out.
it's gonna recover. I think they're gonna. They had a great earnings. The company is doing incredible, and they are not, unlike all software right now is actually kind of crashing because of the whole what is it, Anthropic or Claude? I forgot what company was it that basically kind of is able to take over most SaaS businesses, and that was a big fear in all the SaaS companies.
Anthropod.
But Palantir is immune to like anything going on, honestly. And yeah, I'm holding every share I got. Honestly, it's everything is down, so it's definitely pretty hard taking your beatings. But I'm holding. Even good to buy more.
Speaking of
Yeah.
hymns, Nicole, she was gonna hop on here with us, but she had something pop up. She might be able to hop on, might not. Maybe she's busy. But anyway, she put this really funny video out today about hymns because I guess hymns started making like a knockoff drug or something. They weren't like allowed to make it, and then they started making it. You know, that's what you got to do, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to sell them knockoffs. You know.
I gotta look at that. I don't know, but they actually got into they're making like cancer tests, and kind of longevity product solutions, like longevity, like biomarker tests and stuff. So they're getting into all sorts of different things, not just what people knew them for, which was growing hair. Now they got like the whole Viagra alternative sort of thing.
Yeah.
What else do they got? They got a lot of different products that are pretty awesome. They do have some competition, but I think they're the best in the space. Kind of just like I think Robinhood's the best in the stock space. And
Oh, Robinhood's looking beautiful. We were actually speaking about that earlier.
oh yeah,
Robinhood's
I
looking
actually love
very
the
beautiful at the moment. And
yeah.
you know what? I'm not mad on crypto. Everyone knows I don't like crypto, but to get exposure to crypto, I would actually jump into Robinhood because I'm just so bullish on the whole business in general, and I think it runs quite nicely. When crypto does well, Robinhood does well. So yeah, I think Robinhood's beautiful. Are you guys in SoFi?
No, I think Anthony was. Are you still?
I like their high interest savings account. I'm a customer of SoFi, but I've
Okay.
never owned any SoFi stock. Even though it was pretty sick if you bought it back at like $7, $8, $9 like a year and a half ago and made 1.5x.
I see no moat, so I'm not buying them.
I'm a big fan of the online banking. The brick and mortar banks are going down, and since these companies don't have to pay the money for the rent for the locations, they can pass that little bit of savings. See, one of my buddies, he's a cab driver, and he had a lot of money, and he put it in his credit union, and they were giving him like 7% on his money. Even though I know you can put stuff in Robinhood, but the only thing with that, because they got what 8% if you put it in your brokerage account or something like that, but that could be a promotion that could end one day. You can't be like, I'm going to pay my mortgage with this money, and then they're like, well, we're only giving you 2% now, and then you're like, shit, I got to go somewhere else.
Well, you know what? Robinhood's gonna get into mortgages. One day you'll be able to get a mortgage from Robinhood.
Hell yeah.
And pretty much everything in finance. So, whatever SoFi is doing, forget about it, bro. Robinhood's going to do it and better. And they have the best credit card in the world, bro. Freaking amazing. And they have also a lot of other low-key products. I just found out about recently. They have a lot of low-key products that are not on the app that are, I guess, pretty exclusive to certain more VIP clients, I guess. I forgot which ones, but I can't think of it right now. But yeah, the gold card is sick. The demand for it is absolutely crazy, and that just shows like people want their credit card. People are gonna want to use them as a bank. They're gonna want to use them as their lender and stuff. When they have all this, infrastructure set up, the demand is there for them. So I think that company has unlimited TAM because every product they get into, they basically will, have the demand to fulfill it. So I think they're awesome. Jumping back a little to Salesforce, we have Yellow Bat here, who is always a bear with AI taking over. So I don't know if I agree with you here, but the same issue he says as everything else, LLM agents take half of its value away, maybe all of its value eventually. I disagree. I think Salesforce is a big company. They can integrate AI just like all the other companies. Just like Google, everyone was so worried when DeepMind came out and all of this other, not DeepMind, DeepSeek, and all these other AI things, and Google had a big crazy drop. Remember? And and then look what happened. Gemini actually turned out to be a great product. It started with Bard, shitty Bard, if you remember. And Gemini turned out to be great, even better than ChatGPT now. And I love it. I actually canceled my ChatGPT subscription and I pay for Gemini now because it integrates with all my Google products. So everyone who's already on Salesforce has a great platform. It's very customizable. I'm sure they'll just integrate their AI to like all your platforms, and they have all the integrations and things with other companies already. I think it's going to be much easier than having an LLM make you all these custom solutions. Maybe that's good for some smaller startups, but Salesforce is going after enterprise. So disagree with you on that. I don't know. Do you guys agree? Sorry.
I'm not wild up on Salesforce, but put it this way, I wouldn't bet against them. Yeah, large language models taking over. I wouldn't bet
Duolingo.
against Salesforce, okay.
That Duolingo chart's looking good though. I'm saying the
Yep.
chart looks good. Duolingo chart looking great.
Yeah, I really like that Duolingo stock. A lot of people did not like Duolingo, but hey, we'll see who's wrong. Same thing. People, Yellow Bat also didn't like Duolingo because he said LLMs, will take over. Like you can learn a language with AI, and you're not wrong. But um, you know, it's just like you can learn almost anything on your own, but you still go to
The only
school.
thing with Duolingo is it is quite easy to replicate.
Yes, but no, they have already certain advantages. Like they have already. Uh, I first of all, it's easy to replicate, but how do you get the people on there? Just because you can build the app doesn't mean you'll get the people to come. It's the same reason even Elon bought X instead of starting his own. He said if he started his own social media, buying X probably saved him 5 years of time. He said, I remember once. And why is that? Because he knows, just because him with all his funds and stuff, even if he just pops open a social media, even Trump, with Truth Social, like that didn't take off. It's still going. I don't know. Maybe in 10 years, who knows if that'll be a thing and we'll all be laughing. But if Trump bought a social media platform, that definitely would have been a lot more productive, right? So for the same reasons, kind of, Duolingo has that sort of moat, I think. But also, I think they're good in other ways. But yeah, that's just kind of my macro approach to that answer. I don't know what you think of that, but GameStop probably best investment in the next 3 months, to be honest. Huge cash
I
position.
leave the conversation there.
And then he's saying, what is SLV? I'm not sure, but Bitcoin
Silver.
destroyed by Japanese carry trade, but the worst is over. What is that? Do you know what he's talking about?
SLV's silver.
Oh, silver. Oh. The Japanese carry trade, Bitcoin. What is that? I know there
Yeah,
was
was there a carry trade that was done? I don't know. I just think the whole market is looking very extremely bearish without silver and without the whole crypto market crash. And I think due to the Fed and holding rates, I just think it's a build up of so many small things. We're only just over the Greenland, and then it's kind of, I don't know, getting a bit frothy in Iran again. So like there's just so many little things that's happening across the whole market. Then we had Canada and China, and then Trump put in tariffs on Canada. So there's just so many different little things that are happening at the moment. A carry trade, I haven't actually looked in, was there a carry trade that was done? But if there was, yeah, it doesn't help, but I don't think that's what's tanked the whole market completely. Any thoughts on that?
Bitcoin, different things lead the market. People have said Nvidia leads the market, Palantir, Bitcoin, different things lead the market for different circumstances, I guess. Depends on the overall sentiment of what's the leader at the time, but it does, it does kind of make sense. Honestly, I've learned two things in the last like 24, 48, 72 hours. A, I feel bad for the people that bought Bitcoin at $120,000 a coin. I feel bad for those people. Second thing I learned, just like you guys know, I've been very open about this. I am in the poverty level. I'm not a wealthy man, but one day I will be. And when that day comes, I'm going to be setting aside cash. I'm going to keep like 60, 70% just cash on the side for when we get these, bloody Mondays, and then we can just, get in on the discounts because you want to buy. I just can't wait to make purchases at maximum fear. That's the best when you're buying stuff at maximum fear. But that's not my current situation. Everybody's got a current situation. Liam, he's making moves. He's not trying to do nothing risky. He's doing pretty good. He already hit his lick, as the cool kids say. But We have not. You see, I'm poor. You see, but not for long. That'd be nice. That's the two things I learned. I feel bad for the people who bought Bitcoin at 120,000, and it's really smart to have cash on the side.
Guys, I can see 28 people are on X at the moment. Jump into Matan's channel. Smash the subscribe. I beg you, my guys. Do you know what? It's great to help people out, and we need to get Matan over that 600 subs. So, guys, do jump in and help Matan out there.
Thanks, Liam. Yeah.
No, you're all good.
Yeah, and let us know in the comments if you guys want us to talk about any certain stocks. We are bouncing just around different companies here and what we like. I'm very excited, really, to see what the Super Bowl plays out. I'll be watching it. I never really care about football, but other than Salesforce being my bet, you guys have a chance to actually win some money watching ads because he's going to be doing a giveaway. And I think he's doing another ad. I saw something with like Whatnot, one of those apps. So he might even be doing 2 ads for the Super Bowl, which is interesting.
Do you think that's going to move Salesforce's price?
Yes.
You do?
He said he just tweeted one day that he has an idea for a Super Bowl ad, for the greatest Super Bowl ad or something like that. And then Mark Benioff, the CEO of Salesforce, just tweeted back at him like, "Hey, let's talk." And he's tweeted like, "I DM'd you." And then I was like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be fucking amazing." And then like 2-3 weeks after that, he announces it officially that he'll be doing an ad for them. And just knowing Mr. Beast, I've been following him for a long time. This has got to be one of the best things ever. Like, he's also probably going to do this because he's going to get new fans and new eyeballs maybe to his channel. So he's probably going to want to make this something incredible. And knowing him, he also does things like if they gave him a $10-20 million budget, he's going to spend $15-25 million. Like,
the only thing is, I think though, do you know some of them ones that are going to do big contracts for Salesforce? Is Mr. Beast going to sway me? Because some of his videos, you have to admit, are cringy, yeah? And if I was making a massive business decision where I'm going to spend millions of dollars on Salesforce, Mr. Beast is not going to sway me.
I beg to differ. I mean, what's cringy?
Good point.
What's cringy? His videos are made for the masses.
No, I agree. I think his videos are good, yeah, for entertainment. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if I'd spend millions just because I've enjoyed the video that he's done.
Well, I'm not doing millions.
I'm
just doing a small little bet, almost just like going a night in the casino, just gambling on some slots or something. But I guess it's a little bit of a conviction play. I guess I'm counting the cards here a little bit in the roulette table. Well, not the roulette table.
You're counting the balls. One ball.
We could do it here. I can flip a coin, yeah.
I'll Venmo you. I'm waiting for the Super Bowl commercial where somebody hits Uber Eats DoorDash on their phone and then 1-800-Flowers shows up. Then we'll really go the algos. You just want to get them algos going. You know what I mean? If Mr. Beast, now granted, what you're saying makes sense, Liam, but if, they do make the commercial, the algos are going to be going crazy. Algos are going to be going crazy on Monday.
I think it's going to be one of those things that are going to be talked about and trending on Twitter, like, or X, whatever, right? They're going to talk about Bad Bunny's performance in halftime, and then they're going to talk about Mr. Beast's ad in some time. And then the winner of the Super Bowl, which I don't give a fuck, to be honest. But I prefer the Seahawks.
What was your favorite or most memorable Super Bowl commercial you've ever seen?
Ooh, that's great.
I've never seen one. I don't watch the Super Bowl. I know Usher done one for Archer Aviation, so that's the only ad I know that happened at Super Bowl. But I don't watch American football, so I have no clue.
Yeah, I remember that one.
One of my favorite companies, the Supercell, they made an ad with Liam Neeson. Supercell, the makers of Clash of Clans. Maybe you know the game. I used to play a lot of that when I was a kid, and out of college, I wanted to work for that company actually. And yeah, that's probably the most memorable ad just because of that. But
we'd be sitting
not
in
like
the
it
back,
was an epic
back
ad,
of college,
but they had
playing
Liam
Clash of
Neeson.
Clans.
That was
I
cool.
was mad.
The one I remember the most was the most random one that I ever saw, which was an avocado commercial. It was like 4 years ago, and it was just randomly just like California avocados commercial, and it had like the farm and the avocados and everything, and it was really nice. It made you want to go buy some avocados, which actually reminded me of something. Uh, avocado stocks, right? Because when Kennedy, when Kennedy RFK, he's doing this whole thing to cut down on the bad seed oils, which would amplify the avocado oil sales and production. So I remember I was looking at that a couple months back, thinking about a potential good long term investment could be avocado companies on the stock market, like think what was it? No, it's not AVO, but it's like AVD or whatever. And then there's like that Mission company because they got like avocados and stuff too. But yeah, avocado stocks. That's what you want to get. Healthy and make some money.
Like Jackson put in a cracking comment there, and I actually think you're onto something there.
All these
Business pulling out
billionaires
money.
pulling out their money in the stock market, probably from the Epstein files. Ooh,
The thing is, a lot of CEOs are linked there.
I didn't think of that. That's a
The
great
damage that can be done. But again, I
Oh,
think
wow.
it's all part of so many things that are happening right now. But that is a very good point.
And they're all probably flying to, their islands or maybe even back to Epstein's island and hiding.
And then they make noise so you don't focus on it. You know what I mean? They make all this like side distractions so you don't think about it. But yeah, it's everybody, man. It's crazy, man. It's very, very, very sad and degraded. But that's where we're at. These people, these ultra wealthy individuals, they have no concern about food, clothing, and shelter. So their actual survival mechanics of the mind are not available to them. So they just go into like this crazy like zero barriers, full freedom God mode of like satanic like killing and stuff. That's what I think.
It's honestly been crazy. I've been listening to some of the things. It's been very interesting, but damn, all the people connect. It's just everyone at the top is connected. It's crazy. So I think that is one of the most interesting and accurate theories I've heard. That's interesting, Jackson. Yellow Bat, I'm curious, what do you think of the whole Epstein files? You always have a very fiery opinion, to say the least. Like right now, the whole market hasn't tanked. It's just moved from growth to value.
But why is it moved to value? There's a reason it's moved to value, because the market is tanking. It's caused the market to tank.
Yeah, the market.
I agree with what he's saying. Like, if you look at like Coca-Cola over the last month, it's gone up like 14%. I think J&J's climbing. But people do that to protect themselves. They do it to protect their money. But you can't deny the market has tanked. Like, that is an outrageous statement. You can't say the market hasn't tanked. Oh my God, you just have to look at the thing that's all red.
But you have to remember, I only been in the market for a little over a year, and you've been in the market, what, 2 years, Matan?
No, more, like almost 10.
10? And how long you been in the market, Flea?
I don't remember.
I'd say at this stage, it was just before 21. So
okay.
Probably
like
like
4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
I'm probably like 8 years or so. But I would say like there's just patterns, and it's just there is bull cycles and down cycles, and
that's the one. If you look at if you zoom out, and that the S&P 500 when it was going down for like a year and a half straight, that's scary. Year and a half straight down. That's crazy. This little 15-20% dip. Nada.
The one I remember
Don't
the
you
most is
think, yeah?
COVID, because that was so sharp. It was a crazy sharp decline down. It was a very clear reason, like the world shut down. Like, what else can you say? Here we're talking about different conspiracy theories. There's nothing more clear to than that. Yet it bounced, like
You
immediately.
should have loaded up on flowers around then,
Yeah. Zoom and flowers. And I retract what I said. Not a year and a half, 6 months. I think the S&P went down for like 6 months one time. I think that was like the biggest bear market for the
Did,
S&P and like the main ETFs. I think it was like 6 months down.
did you say Zoom, like Zoom stock?
Oh yeah, that was banging during COVID. Everybody was home on
Yeah,
video.
but you know what? I don't know if you remember. I talked about it. It's down. All those are COVID stocks are super down from COVID. Let's check it out. Look at that. Look
Yeah.
at that. Wow, $620, $89 today. What else was there? There was Peloton. Everyone was working out from home. I think they got even delisted. What am I saying? What's their stock?
That's
Can't even
right.
find it. They got delisted.
That's right.
Slack got delisted, I think. Can't even find Slack. Slack exploded. I don't even remember.
SPCE, Virgin Galactic, SPCE.
Oh,
Mm.
Virgin.
That's where I lost a lot of money, my guys.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh. $1,300 to $2. I mean, I know it went to like $30, but split adjusted.
Oh, I just kept
Um,
splitting.
yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, one fun
So,
fact for
So these are narratives actually. This is
yeah.
actually what my biggest fear with something like eVTOLs is that we are too early and we are in some sort of narrative right now. But I also do believe that this is legit. These companies actually were all good companies. Actually, it's kind of crazy to see. The Virgin Galactic probably not, but Zoom, I actually used Zoom before COVID in college and stuff, and it blew up just because it was a hype about it. But I don't think we actually had that big hype yet with these other certain stocks. But yeah, I think this is a test right now. Like this whole crash right now is a test to what is real value. And I don't know. We'll see. Definitely certain stocks will not recover actually. I
It
can
all
tell you
makes
that.
sense. It all makes sense though, because it was funny because remember most people say November, October and the stock market kind of sucks, but this year, October, September, October, it was actually pretty good. It was like we got our Santa Claus rally like 2 months early, and then everybody sold off into Christmas, and then we got that latent, I guess maybe Santa Claus rally 2.0 right when the new because everything was awesome. If you bought anything on the 31st of December, a lot of stuff's up like 100% since then, 50%. It's crazy. But like now, after we had that big pump, because a lot of stuff ran since 1st of January, now these people are got to lock in gains to pay their taxes and whatever. And it's like the news always dovetails with what they want. It's like because they
Wait,
need
bring
they
that
want they,
chart back up again, Matan. Has Harvard just bounced clean off that resistance line?
Oh
it's
yeah.
about to.
Well,
It's
those are my
resting.
those are my lines, but the blues are the EMAs right here. Um I mean, yeah, I just added these lines, but it's yeah, unless it really goes down further to, 150 here kind of.
And is
It's
that over
it's
the day or
pretty
is that
much at a
over the week?
bottom. Sorry, what?
Is that over the day or the week? Why are them candles?
Oh, this is 1 day candles
One day.
because I'm a long-term investor. But I don't know. Here's what the 1 hour looks like. Not as nice.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't go near the 1 hour. Yeah, no, that's looking pretty nice. As long as we hold that.
Yeah, this is going to be a real interesting test.
Rotation continues as a theme. Investors are rotating instead of building a liquidity buffer. So far, this has worked with the S&P 500 equal index, weight index, and the value index hitting new all-time highs, and mid-cap stocks not too far behind. Rosenberg newsletter. Okay, I'll check that out later. Some guy put together a J-mail site. Jeffrey Epstein email site. I saw something like
Hmm.
that. Website, you mean site? It's crazy. Like you're looking at his emails. Yeah, like you get to basically, it's a replica of like using Gmail, but it's like you're all looking at his emails. I saw something like that.
I
That'd be
just stay
cool to
away
pop
from
up
looking at
here.
them.
But
Your man's an evil man. I just stay away from that kind of. Do you know what I do? Anything like that on my X feed, I just not interested because I think it steers you away from what your goals are, and I think you can get very distracted, and the world can turn into a very depressing place if you go down that. And I know curiosity is one of our fatal flaws, but I try whenever I can just to keep that sort of stuff out of my head. There's evil stuff going on in the world, and I know that's a bit wild to just block it out, but if not, your whole feed will just be wild.
I find it interesting because it's all the people at the top. And I've always just had an interest in like CEOs and the people at the top and how they do what they do and how they get there and how, like, I don't
Oh,
know,
you
like
have to do some
all,
shady stuff to become a billionaire, you know.
yeah, but still, people hate on billionaires. To me, I admire them. I love hearing their stories and how they do what they do. And like this is like, whoa, like this is like these stories are a complete left curveball. Like this is not at all what I think when I think of like what they're doing at the top. Like, I don't know. Like, for real. It's just, where did this all come from? And then it's also going to probably change a lot of what's going to happen in the landscape of like all these businesses. And I don't know what other regulations and things might come up from this. Like, this could change a lot of things in government and in business. And I think that might be one of the most interesting points. Like, who knows, actually, like there is a clear indicator of every market crash. The Epstein files might literally be the market crash for this time. Like we had the dot-com bubble, COVID crash. And who knows how long this will last. I mean, it's already lasted years. Now it's just all, finally the floodgates are open, but like, what are the consequences? We haven't even seen yet. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a little hard to maybe look at, but I think it's important, and also to me personally, it's just very interesting. We are past an hour here. Maybe I'll get to the last few comments and we can wrap up. AI funding warehouses in Nevada making robots to kill everyone. What in the world are you talking about, Gummy Bear? I don't know what robot company that is, but I'm very excited about robots. Tesla's robots specifically.
Oh yes.
The next crisis will probably be World War. I guess you would want to be in defense stock, Archer defense.
Do you know what? If World War III kicks off, yeah, it doesn't matter what stock you're in because that's
Yeah.
it. You may as well jump on Elon's rocket to Mars, and we'll start again there because if something major kicks off, it doesn't matter what stock you're in. It doesn't matter how much money you have.
Deke, you should hit us up. Let's join us on a live stream one time. I want to hear more of your opinions in more elaborate detail.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy. He does put some solid comments always. So yeah. I'd love that.
Yeah, he's
It
here
is
all the time. I enjoy
interesting.
him chatting.
It is interesting how fragile things are. It's actually like it's really astonishing that things on this planet are as okay as they are. Now, granted, if you're in a first world country, you're acclimated to some degree of normalism. You go to other places, you're like got to join a gang or they're gonna like kill you or make, you know what I mean, or take your sister or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like it's wild some places, But this whole dollar thing, like look at rapid inflation. It is trippy though. It's just the military goes out there and disseminates the American dollar like they're fun coupons or something like that. Just keep printing and disseminating the dollar, keep them spending it. But it is quite astonishing. Like people was jumping off buildings during the Great Depression. I don't think it's gonna get that bad, but that shit's wild. That shit's wild. You know. I hope for the best. You know what I mean? Jesus. But
I
but
will.
for real though, with the tariffs, remember Bitcoin hit 77,000 during the tariff scare, and then now it broke through there. But you got to take it all into consideration because these people got to pay their taxes too, and the sentiment in the world is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know that whole sentiment of people have to pay their tax. Well, yeah, people do have to pay their taxes.
I don't think that'd affect Bitcoin the way it has, though.
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
it's just a wild. It's a
yeah,
wild
it's a
card.
domino effect though. It's like it just keeps blowing the stop losses. It's like stop loss Armageddon. You know. But I'm just saying it's part of it. It's all mathematical. Epstein files. People got to pay their taxes. The whole market ran hella hard from January 1st, like on the dot. Like everything sold December 31st low. Bing, everything up January 1st all the way till recently. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
all these factors aligned. Plus we got some war shit. So
Speaking of taxes, I guess since we have some maybe new folks listening from Liam's ex, if you want to learn how to save hundreds of millions of dollars in capital gains, plus buy private companies like Anduril, if you think World War III is happening, and buy some defense stocks, check out my most recent video. It is a long one, maybe a little boring, but I think my most important video. I talk about some new laws that are changing that will benefit us all, and we'll be able to buy in private companies without being an accredited investor. So that's going to be awesome. And then if you do that and make a lot of money on those companies, there is a certain law, QSBS. I'll just spoil it, but watch to learn more about it, or you can research if you don't want to watch. But you should definitely check out QSBS, Qualified Small Business Stock, QSBS. Is a way to save millions of dollars in your taxes. It's a very interesting video. Not many people know about this stuff actually, and very under the radar. And if I find more stuff like that, I'm definitely gonna send and talk more about some interesting stuff like that on my channel. So check me out if you want to. If you're new here, hit the sub, and yeah. But I mostly talk about penny stocks. Like Muhammad here. Thanks, by the way. Yeah, thanks, Muhammad. You're welcome. I introduced you, apparently, I guess he says, to SCWO, Hover, and Surf Air Mobility. I had all three, and I hold another company called Clover Health, mainly because of their SaaS offering to diagnose diseases early. Oh, that's actually interesting. If they do that, and if they have any moat to why they're better than the rest, I'm going to look into that. That's interesting. Probably
that's
took a beating because of SaaS. So maybe a pretty good time to buy.
that
But I
Surf Air Mobility looks awesome right now. If you pull up this chart of Surf Air Mobility, that looks real good.
does it?
They got
Okay.
a future.
Yeah, a lot
They
of
got
them.
a future. That's a
You know,
company you can be proud of.
we spoke about HIMS. HIMS is also actually doing kind of like trying to get into early diagnosis and cancer diagnosis. So that would be a little bit of competition to one of my companies, but I will look into that. Humana, Elevance, Vigil, MD can all use your software, and partnerships are coming soon. Cool. I'll look into all that. We should probably wrap up here. You guys have any last thoughts?
No, I just want to thank you guys for bringing me back on your stream. No, again, I really admire what you guys are doing. Some of the moves are wild for someone like me, such as flowers, but I enjoy talking about it. I'll be backing you, my guy. I have it on my watch list now, so I'll be keeping an eye on it, and I'll be keeping you up to date on everything that's happening in Flowers, because I don't want you forgetting about that, because that looks very scary to me. Matan, I genuinely think that Salesforce is going to do well regardless of Mr. Beast. Look, it could run with Mr. Beast. I'm not too up on exactly what is going on there. So hopefully it runs for you, but I do think Salesforce will push forward, guys. 34 of you come from EX. You need to jump straight across to Matan now. And I want to see him with 630 subs by the end of tonight.
Have you
Thank you
watched
so much,
Mr.
guys.
Beast's TV show, by the way, on Prime?
No. Is
No?
it any good?
Oh, it's great. You've only watched, I guess, his stuff on YouTube?
YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you'll change your mind after, but oh man, it's like the best game show ever. $5 million prize. Watch season 1. He has 1,000 people competing for $5 million. It is incredible. And he gives away way more than 5 million. I mean, the things he does it's very memorable, to say the least. And that was last year, that episode, that season. Now season 2. But I don't know. Yeah, that's just my analysis. Like I already spoke about it. I think that will be the greatest Super Bowl ad of all time.
I'm actually gonna watch it just to be back. And yeah, I actually might. I'll just pop it on.
Bad Bunny will perform too, so that's exciting. I like his music, but
every year after the Super Bowl on YouTube, there'll be a lot of people that put like top 20 videos from the Super Bowl commercials. So because you might not be able to catch the game live or whatever, but you'll be able to find them though.
Oh, I love it.
And you'll be able to win money. It's the first time you'll watch and be able to have a chance to make some money. But that chance is obviously very slim, like buying a lottery ticket.
I'll just call Mr. Beast now. I'll just be like, hello, my guy. How are we getting on? Fellow YouTubers.
Yeah, I guess my final words, it would be, the way we live our life is a test. In this test, there's minor tests, and long-term viewpoints are very sane, thinking down the road. But whatever that long-term concept you have will not manifest unless you're making good decisions in the present. So I'm just like, think long-term, but make good decisions in the now. Eat healthy. Eat your garlic, take your vitamin E, your B1, these things stretch. When you stretch, you get blood going to different parts of the body that it usually doesn't go to. You know what I'm saying? So just stay real healthy. Don't let the market get you depressed. You know what I'm saying? If you need somebody to talk to, call Matan. He's always willing to talk. I'll put his number in the description below.
All right. Eat your garlic. I like the mix of stock and health discussions. Yeah, very fun. Very fun to have you guys on. And thank you all for listening and chatting with us. We'll definitely do more of these. These are very enjoyable. So thanks for keeping up with us, and we will keep doing these. All right, boys. Until next time, as always, stay thinking, question everything, and peace out.